Away from matter sports, members of parliament have embarked on a fact-finding mission across the country with the aim of rooting for the National Government Constituency Development Fund in the Constitution and shielding it from incessant court battles that threaten its existence. More than 10 MPs, led by Chairperson of the National Assembly's Budget Committee, Ndindi Nyoro, visited Kiharu Constituency, where they visited a number of development projects, especially schools, to bolster their resolve for the CDF, and here is more.
Members of Parliament are determined to ensure they have the last laugh on the future of the National Government Constituency Development Fund, as a committee of over 10 MPs continues to traverse the country to document the successes of the fund so far. The MPs started their fact-finding mission in Kiharu. Led by their host, who doubles as the National Assembly Budget and Appropriations Committee Chairperson Ndindi Nyoro, the MPs toured schools in the constituency done through the NGCDF. The MPs want to make a strong case on why the fund should not be stopped, as the Supreme Court ruled.
What was stopped by the courts does not relate to what we do now. What the court stopped is called CDF. That law was made in 2003. Currently, we are not here courtesy of CDF. We are here courtesy of something called NGCDF. That is a totally different law.
Currently, there are attempts to ground the fund in law through bills brought before the House by Matungulu MP Stephen Mule and his Geshogo counterpart Robert Geshimo.
We are going to entrench NGCDF in the Constitution of Kenya. Not because we are members of Parliament and you are oversighting NGCDF, but because of how it has been impactful to our societies.
Most of the MPs who accompanied Ndindi Nyoro on the tour are first-time MPs who are being shown the importance of the fund.
Tumekuja hapa kama wabunge kwa sababu tunasoma from each other. We are learning from each other. So we come here because we want to improve vile tunatumia CDF.
Some of us, we were just, when we were campaigning, we were using Kiharu as an enticement to our people to make sure that they vote for us, which they have done. We want to promise them that we are going to do the same and emulate, even to try and do even better.
For the few hours I've been here, I'm so impressed with his team. I'm so impressed with the projects that they have done. And we look forward to also implementing the same in our constituency.
I think I would be failing in my duty if something like this was to happen, and I'm not here so that we benchmark and make sure that we deliver for our constituents. Because ultimately, those are the people who put us in Parliament, those are our bosses, and we must serve them to the best of our ability.
On Thursday in the National Assembly afternoon session, MPs threatened to halt government business if no money is released to them soonest.
By next week at the very latest, to make an equivocal undertaking as to when the first disbursements of the NGCDF funds are going to hit the accounts of the respective constituencies. And may I also dare say, Mr. Speaker, and this is no empty threat, that failure to do that, I will be moving members of the House to refrain from any talk of recess.
Matters to do with CDF, Honorable Speaker, and the National Government Action Fund, which is ably patronized by our county MPs, Honorable Speaker, are matters that are very sensitive, not to members of Parliament, but to the people that we sit here to represent.